Morning, everybody. I'm here to do a special, I guess you could say, Halloween video game review on Halloween. That's right, today is Halloween, October 31st. Time being around 8:11 a.m. Sorry about you guys looking at the ground. And the game I want to review is a game I recently rented yesterday. That's right, I said rented. Because I go by the old philosophy, try it before you possibly buy it. And I am going to buy this game, but I want to figure it out just a little bit. And I've gotten used to it already, because it's very similar to its predecessors. You know, it's very similar. And the game I'm talking about is Smackdown vs. Raw 2010. I rented it last night from Blockbuster. And I have to say, it definitely lives up to a lot of the hype it was given. One of the highlights of the game is the story editor. Basically, it's almost a 500-page or 500-page whatever deal of stories you gotta write for your character or the already established superstars and divas. The other additions to the game, the new additions, if you will. The new additions to the game, if you will, is you got some extra storylines. Now, you do have an HBK, you have a Triple H, you have we'll have to look at them again. But you have some storylines in, like you got Randy Orton's storyline, you got, I think, Chris Jericho, HBK, Triple H, I believe. Well, probably not Triple H. But the three new ones, besides those, and I think you have an ECW storyline, I think it's Tommy Dreamers, I'm not sure. But the other storylines that you have there, believe it or not, are three new ones. They are the Brand Warfare, Creator Superstar storyline, and the Mickey James one. Now, the storyline I've done first is the Creator Superstar storyline. And basically, your role in the Creator Superstar storyline is you're basically being challenged by, you start out being challenged by Santino Marella, who's the Intercontinental Champion in this storyline. And basically, you're somebody that comes out of the crowd, I guess, or something, and you come and you challenge, and you basically you try to beat him for the title and get the storyline to progress. Excuse me for a second. Okay, plenty of time. But anyway, you're basically a challenger you're basically somebody that comes out of the crowd, like he did, remember, and becoming a Continental Champion. But then you got to go through a lot of loopholes to keep the title and possibly get a world title shot. Now, besides that storyline, we also have other things that have made it good too. Excuse me, those are dogs in the background. But there are other things that are making it good too, the new additions as well. One of the new additions is the paint tool. Now, the paint tool is basically like your average paint program. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. But basically here, you can use shapes, you can use a pen, if you will, on there, and you can make any design you want. And you can use it on your Creator Star or even on the WWE Superstar Diva. Now, besides the paint tool, the other thing that's new here, is the finishers. Now, last year, Smackdown vs. Raw introduced the Creator finisher. Now, in the new one, you have create a finisher for off the top rope. Now, it's two ways this is done. You can either do a top rope finisher where you're going up against an opponent where your opponent's standing up, or you can do one against your opponent when they're lying down. That's how it works. Now, the other thing about this game is the alternative outfits you can give your characters, your created characters, or the superstars and divas themselves. That's right. I mean, let's face facts. Let's face this. Let's face facts. In the other games, when you wanted to change the look of your character's outfit, you basically had to delete the original outfit and go with the one you chose. You never had a choice to switch around. Well, now you do. Now you have a choice to switch around and choose basically 3 more outfits. That's right. Instead of the one you have, you got 3 choices. And it works. Now, besides that, besides all that, the game does live up to its hype. It's got better. The graphics are almost similar, a little improved. It's basically kind of like it's got like that similar familiar feel that you got in Legends. I mean, the controls are like what you had in the previous games of SmackDown vs. Raw, but you take a look at the arenas in the game, they look totally different. And there are some arenas that are missing from the game. And I don't know if you can unlock them yet. I mean, I know the game's new and everything, but I don't know if you have to unlock or do something. But there are some that are not there that were in the previous games. Arenas like Tribute to the Troops, Saturday Night's Main Event, One Night Stand, just to name a few. Those are not in the game. But there's another flaw, but it makes up for this in another way. The other flaw that was taken out from this game that we had in the previous games is the fact that you can no longer be announced as your regular name. Like in all the other like in the other games, I used to have my character go by my name, Brian. Now you can't even do that. You only have 3 pages worth of names. It's very similar to, like I said, Legends of WrestleMania, I should say. And not only that, there's a bonus. But like I said, that's not only the bad thing about it, but there's a bonus there. There's some good that comes out of it. Let me explain. The good that comes out of this storyline, not out of the storyline, but out of this game, the good that comes out of this game is the fact that in the past we used to only be able to do 30 superstars. Create 30 superstars and divas. Now we can do 50. That's right, 50. That's why I believe the extra names in the extra arenas that we had in the previous games, like I said, the regular names, like your name and all that, in the arenas are taken out to create more space for the superstars and divas you create. But, so overall, I have to say that SmackDown vs. Raw 2010 is definitely a vast improvement. Yes, some things have been taken out that we enjoyed, like arenas, like certain arenas, having our own name announced and everything. But, in the end, it makes up for that, for the fact that now you can create your own symbol for your character, own letters, or whatever. You can make up to 50 superstars and divas. All sorts of things. You can use alternative outfits, all sorts of things. So, that's all I have to say on SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. I hope you enjoyed this review. I definitely suggest you go out and rent it, try it before you buy it. That's what I'm doing. And that's really all I could say. And I give it definitely right now a 10 out of 10 because, like I said, it's a vast improvement. And I'll talk to you all later. This is Brian saying peace out, God bless, and have a safe Halloween tonight.